I'm the Dreamland, and welcome to Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Yeah, this has been a series that I've been wanting to do for a bit, and while we wait for Pikmin 4, which I will do as soon as it comes out, I thought, why not do another game series? I do promise that probably either after this one or hold on, after Pikmin 4, more Pokemon LPs will come. I don't know. It's just really felt like just more or less I wanted to do my own thing. But anyways, so as you see, there are. Sure, I'll just connect real quick. I don't really care. There are a lot of differences between this one and the first game, or in the original. And yeah. We have Merry Magoland in main mode. You don't unlock this until like a little bit later, but that's fine. Here is a new thing they've started doing, I think. You have a past adventures thing, which I actually really like, as this gives you more of an idea of like what Kirby games you should play. Anyways, we only have one mode open to us right now, and that is story mode. I will want to state this about Merry Magoland. Actually, I'll talk about that in a bit. Hang on, let me just be quiet for this. Alrighty. Now that beginning cutscenes out of the way, we have Adventuring with Magalore. This is a new thing in Deluxe. A visitor named Magalore has dropped out of the blue and landed on planet Popstar. He's ready to lend a helping hand during your adventure. Over Magalore is here. He'll give you potions that double your stamina and save you from falling down holes, which will activate Auto Swallow for Kirby. You can choose to have Helper Magalore on. This is more or less for players that aren't very good with platforming, I want to say, or struggle with combat in Kirby games. So I'm not going to use it personally because I don't need it. But I want to talk about Merry Magoland before we unlock it, as we saw in the title screen. I'm going to be covering the mini games, but I'm not going to really do much with Merry Magoland on screen. Reasoning is there are spoilers within the mode itself. I'll show off like the intro to it, but that's about it. Because there are spoilers hidden within it, so I would not want to, yeah. Anyways, let's waste no more time and go into Cookie Country. Okay, I had to reorient myself with controls because Nintendo games really like to reverse their A and B buttons for jump. So as you see, B is the inhale, you hold it, you do a long one, and A is the jump. You can do a dodge by holding either trigger. Actually, all the triggers do it. And you can play with 4 people with Joy-Cons. Pretty much hit minus with a spare Joy-Con, and you'll join. And here it goes, showing us all the controls and how to play them. Which I do like, because Kirby games do sometimes change up their button schemes. So it is helpful. This is a copy ability. Essentially, this is the main gimmick of Kirby games since I want to say Dreamland 2? Don't quote me on that one. Anyways, pretty much there's like at least like I want to say like there's at least 20 copy abilities per game. This is one of many. We could have gotten an ability called Cutter there from that Sir Kibble, or Fire right there from. I actually don't. I don't know a lot of these enemy names, by the way. These are Wild D's, by the way, the main enemy. And that's a Cappy down there. Cappies just throw their hats up in the air, and that's about it. And this is the main collectible. This was something that really started in this game back when it came out on the Wii. Each level, there's going to be 3 to 5 energy spheres. If you want 100%, you gotta collect them all. Holding Y, by the way, makes you drop your ability. So if you see an ability you want, you can get it with ease. Also, if we press pause here, you get a little bit of a backstory with the ability. Don a green hat with your sword in hands. Spin slash, do a sword dive as your finishing strike. It's all about the flourish. And essentially, it kind of goes into like a bit of detail on how you could do certain moves here. Like, I mean, you don't really need to learn all the moves in order to be the best Kirby player ever to exist. Like, but yeah, if you want to like learn a move, then it's easy just to go into the menu and just sit there and look at it and be like, oh, okay, I understand. And this is a gimmick in this game. Ultra. Is it super copy abilities? Super copy abilities are a Return to Dreamland only thing. There's at least 2 per stage, and whenever you have 2 gears that are in your possession for when you encounter it, you're gonna get those. They are normally the last gears per level. Actually, they aren't normally, they always are. This is Ultra Sword as our first one. Essentially, it just makes a giant sword and you slash in front of you. It's really just simple. They're really simple. They're just really one move type of abilities. And this is a dimension. This is kind of important in Kirby lore for the most part, actually, as it shows up again later on. And we'll get into that when we get to it. I chose to do this game first because this is the game I grew up with, and all the Kirby games afterwards. I played Superstar Ultra, but I don't feel like it would be that good of a game to LP, honestly. I was thinking of it, but I just don't feel like it would be that fun of a game to LP if it was just like, oh yeah, do everything different. Here's Fire. Feel the heat of hot flame techniques, light fuses, climb walls, fireball climb. Get fired up with the secret move, Fireball Inferno. Yeah. Anyways, this is a mini-boss, Spear Doomer. They only appear here for the most part. Bosses aren't generally tough. But the Spear Doomers here do get a bit trickier later on. They aren't as simple as just doing that later on. Each world has their own, like, special Spear Doomer, by the way. So, that's fun that's a fun little thing to think about. Anyways, this is the goal game. This is kind of a normal for Kirby games, for the most part. Time it right and try to go for one, which I do on the first try. Alright, right into stage 2. This is a new power up I want to grab. This is Leaf! This was first introduced, I think, in, Kirby Return to Dreamland. I may be wrong on that? I don't know. Time to dance! The leaf dance creates a gorgeous swirl of razor-sharp leaves. Press L and R to guard, and you vanished. This ability is very one-sided for the most part. You're kind of just doing, two moves. We already did, like, the entire list, but you have an uppercut. I mean, it could be helpful. If we look here, you can throw down leaves like kunais. It's definitely not one of the more helpful abilities, if you ask me. As you're not really going to be using this ability in boss fights for the most part. It doesn't really have the greatest range, in my opinion. Going at a angle. It's good for hitting things above you, and beside you. It's just not good at aiming them far, if that makes sense. Here we have another new ability. We should have had this in the first level, but that's Cutter. Cut through ropes with a blade of a well-aimed boomerang. Aim it upwards or down, or hold the charge to hyper boomerang. I forget what these guys are called. I know they're spiders. I really... Hang on. Where is it? Oh. We have a break. And we'll look up. I don't really know a lot of these Kirby enemies now that I think about it. I know these guys are Sir Kibbles. These are Waldies, but that's kind of where my knowledge goes to. Of course, you have the Blade Knight. Yeah, these blocks will more or less have food in them, and this is a cannon. You pretty much just rush with this, and you kind of want to, because if you don't make it to where you need, because during these sections, there's going to be something you're going to cannon for, like getting a gear. It is very important. Those are headers, I think. That's what they're called. We have Needle. Needle is kind of very, it's a defensive ability. Is what it is. That's with you, doing the stick. Moving it. Prick your foes with a thorny jab. Really stick it to them. Roll them from dashing to bring the pain with a rolling needle. You're gonna realize, pretty quickly that there are just a lot of abilities that you are not gonna get use out of. I want to go back down there, but first I want to get Beam! According to Star Allies, this was the first ability you could get. Beam is kind of your traditional, just long range type of attack, but short range. Again, not my favorite when it comes to fighting. That was a secret room. There are plenty of secret rooms throughout this game. Some of them are even called Howl rooms. Because they'll have the Howler. That one only has an invincibility candy. And I almost missed that. Invincibility candy essentially is like a power star. You're invincible throughout the entire thing, and then it runs out eventually. This is a mini boss. Essentially what these bosses do is they're just there for when you need a power-up. In older Kirby games, that was not a thing, by the way, with it dropping the copy essence. You needed to suck those up, so meaning if you accidentally killed it all the way, you would miss out. So if you're playing the Wii version, be very careful about that, as this game will be unforgiving. And I got a message from one of my friends that I really don't care about that much. Oh well. Anyways. Wow, we're just kind of moving through this. Merry Magoland is now open. Magalore has built an amusement park on a distant planet. It's filled with attractions and souvenirs. You can visit it anytime by pressing X. Right, let us go into this. I'm not going to do anything here, but I'm just going to check it out. This is the tale of a different world in a different time. There, a traveler named Magalor built an amusement park where he could entertain his friends. It was a merry place where four friends could enjoy attractions and collect souvenirs. It was a park full of excitement where dreams could come alive. It was a place called Magoland. Hey Kirby, welcome to Merry Magoland. There are a bunch of fun sub-game-based attractions for you to enjoy here. I've even created a thrilling stamp rally. You can earn stamps just by playing our attractions. But that's not all. I also have a fun souvenir for you to commemorate the grand opening of Magoland. A Rick mask, an energy drink. Souvenir shop in the entrance plaza will hold on to all your souvenirs for you. Be sure to stop by and check it out later. Now get going and have fun playing our attractions. So this is needed. You need to do this in order to get 100%. And here we have little pedestals. Those change depending on where your card is at, I believe, or something like that. So they have to do with mini games, I think, as well. If we press Y here, we get missions. You're given a good chunk of missions that you have to do within this. I don't think I'm actually going to do it in this file, as I have a way of showing off the secret ending when you 100% a game via my other save file, where I did do this all, because I don't feel like doing all this again. Some of these get very tedious when you look through them. Like, here, I'll even go to, like, this one. Wait, what's the correct name? Wait, number one. Oh yeah. So, if we go here, there's souvenirs into stages with you. Just make sure you pick a souvenir item before you want to use it. So this is a new thing. We now have a thing for souvenirs. There are two things that are blocked out, but I will still go over them. You have 5 of these. You have an energy drink, which will give you half your HP back. A random copy essence, which upon touching it will give you the copy ability of your choosing or swallowing. Or a crackler, which is what we were using before, as a way to dish out damage. Or if you didn't make it in time to the end of a level, you could do this. Then down here, this will be a maximum tomato, where you can easily just is pretty much a full restore. You get all of your HP back and whatnot. And this is a bomb. We'll go over the bomb later. Usually a damage dealer. And if we hit dress up mask, you can tell there's a whole lot of masks to collect in this. And I did collect every single one. I'm not joking. I did do it. I might do this in my own time. Like, if I'm really bored. But that's about it. I won't make people suffer by watching me do this. You can check your card stamp there, and if you press X, you go right back in the story mode. You don't lose anything. In this game, you don't lose your you don't lose any of your lives. I know in other games you could lose lives by just resetting the game. A souvenir shop will now appear here. In each world, you can buy a souvenir or change your mask. I guess I could show off wearing a mask as it is a part of one of the missions. Essentially, some masks have voices to where they'll talk instead of Kirby doing his typical, like, Poyo and whatnot. And my Y button just does not work. This is a new ability, Spark. As you see, they will talk each and every time you do an attack. It can get a bit annoying, but hey. Some cannons. Those can hurt actually a little bit, so be somewhat cautious of when they're around them. And you don't want to go through that door because there's a gear right down there. Oh yeah, Spark. Electrify in your hands. Wiggle the stick to create shock barriers that foes from above with a sudden lightning strike. This ability is actually somewhat decent. Much more. It deserves a lot more praise than I feel like it gets, to be honest. You pretty much have an invincible shield around you at almost every moment in time. So, it can be pretty helpful in that case. Looks like we need beam here. And if I'm not wrong, I think we've countered all the new... Hey, all except one, I think. Copy abilities in this game. Or in this world. Yeah, in this entire game, this is all the copy abilities. There's no new copy abilities afterwards. That's a dash jump, where if you're in the air and you're moving quickly, you'll do a little, trick. If you're wondering what this... If you're thinking this game's pretty easy... Yeah, it is kind of easy. Kirby's not that serious where it's like an expertly difficult game to get through. Because I don't feel like that's what they wanted to do with Kirby. Just make it like an exceedingly difficult game. That's a key D. Essentially, they will have a key. And for the most part, you'll just have to race it. And this is our last new ability, I think, for the world. This is Festival of Kirby! This was not in the original, but all you gotta do with this one is just press B. It's one of those abilities that's, an instant kill. I think if you wiggle the stick, or something, you can get, like, something a little extra. And don't worry, I'm not planning on keeping the mask on this entire time. I just thought I'd show it off. But, with that, I think this is a perfect place to stop the episode. So, next time on Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, we will be going to Stage 4 and probably finishing up the rest of Level 1 here. So, thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye!